Now that we know this new thing, the bull run might last longer. This is what I need to hear. A huge number of businesses, banks, and big investors are getting ready to get into crypto. Large amounts of cash are at stake. We're also going to look at some new information. The crypto market could reach $20 trillion, 0 cents this time. What does that mean for XRP's value? I also believe that XRP will be worth more than both American Express and McDonald's. Let's get this going, guys. Let's start. And this makes that environment a lot more accessible. Anna says we expect a lot of banks, big investors, and businesses to rush in. A lot of people have already accepted. There are between 50 and 60 million crypto users in the US, and we expect a lot of people to join this. Also, I think there will be a lot of news, especially about companies that buy Ether to make money. It sounds like more people want to try crypto. Companies are buying Ether to keep as cash on hand. XRP too, right? Right now, they also have XRP to store things, which 10 or 11 businesses said they could give us $1 billion. I think that's also just the start, right? I know more about Ether than other people. For 4.5 years, Ripple has been working hard to move on from the CC case. The price of XRP will soon pass $4, 0 cents. We can go even further now that we see the light. I believe I made a movie about that yesterday. In that movie, I talked about 8 or 10 different things that could start something. Watch that show. You can learn a lot from that movie. Bitcoin seems to be getting a lot of attention. You are important because you are part of an Ether trade group. Tell us what you think this means for Ether. Lots of people think of Ether as a type of money that can be used to make apps and other things. Do you think it will become more of... Do you also have retirement plans, or is that just something that normal people do? Yes, of course I do. The most important thing about Ethereum's success is that it is a major digital space where stablecoins and real-world things can be made. Around 85% of all real-world assets, like things that are not on the blockchain, are turned into tokens and given out on stream. Last month, Robinhood told us that they were going to build their own layer 2 network on top of Ethereum. Also, very important, they will have business goods that you can't find anywhere else in that network. That's interesting. It looks like it will be used here through that in either case. At this point, I thought it was very important to change things. To the President and Congress for getting this done and giving the bill to the President to sign, I say thank you, because it's all about steady coins for payments. I think this bill is the best thing ever. That's not really something that can be controlled. That's really up to the people who oversee banks to decide. The best thing about this is, of course, that the government has finally given the go-ahead for a very important digital asset that could become even more important. This, along with on-chain stablecoins, which allow for almost instantaneous settlement of payments instead of delivery for stocks, I think will help bring down market costs and risks. That should help us come up with new ideas and make our markets the best in the world. It's been a while since Gary Gensler was chair of the S. What? Wow. It's like night and day. This is Bo Hines. He's in charge of cryptocurrency for Trump. He also tells Marcio that stablecoin rules could add $15, 0 cents to $20 trillion, 0 cents to the crypto market. Pay attention. A lot of money goes into the market for digital goods because of stables, because it sets the stage for all the cool things we've thought of. I think this will lead to an industry worth $15, 0 cents to $20 trillion, 0 cents, 247 markets for public stocks that are tokenized. If you want to get into the US, you will need to use a stable that is backed by the dollar, markets for money. This makes it possible for the US to be the world boss. In fact, we should work hard to make this happen. Our country should be the first in the world to use digital asset banking technology. We should really steer the field in that direction. It's good for the US economy. It will certainly lead to new thoughts in the United States. That makes us all happy. Okay, what does this mean for the XRP price? Some facts are given here that is just hard to understand just now to show you. That's how much all the coins in the market are worth. That has about 210 billion XRP in it. It's about 5.25%. I saw that it was only 4% before the big price jump last month. It's great to hear that it grew by 1.25%. in just 1 month. That means we'll have $17.00 XRP. If the crypto market makes $20 trillion, 0 cents, and our share stays at 5.25%. If the crypto market grows to $50, 0 cents, or $100 trillion, 0 cents, and XRP is worth $5, 0 cents, then it will be worth $43, 0 cents, or $86, 0 cents. As more people use XRP for business, I believe that things like XRP CF, XRP reserves, and other things are happening. This is because the CIC case is almost over. From 5%, I think this number will go up to around 10% or 15%. So I have some information here in case that did happen. What would the prices be like if XRP got 10% or 15% of the market? You can choose from 10% power, 15% dominance, 20 trillion, 15 trillion, and 100 trillion. I think $250, 0 cents for XRP is a great deal. Know this much about how much a market is worth. XRP is now worth $211 billion, 0 cents. Since July 2024, when it passed Shell, XRP has been at 500%. The most it's ever been is $365, 0 cents. Bitcoin is now going up in value faster than oil. This is in front of Simmons, Inuit, and Shell. It's great that XRP is now taking away some spots. I also wanted to take a look at some data, just making sure that this is true. It's clear that this is true. I really did want to see this. Check it out. 214 billion XRP have been used to pass McDonald's, or a Big Mac cost 211.87 billion XRP. I think that's a great little saying, but this is just information, so check it out. Yes, XRP was worth more on the market than American Express. After that, I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. That's not what we need to talk about. We need to talk about two things. These are the XRP assets that have been tokenized and are worth $200 million, 0 cents. Things are getting worse. It went from 5 million to 118 million, which is a rise of 226%. You'll say that sensei 118 million isn't much in the big picture, but you have to begin somewhere. There is no doubt that we are starting somewhere. This wasn't important in early January. You can see that it didn't cost anything, and we're now over $120 million, 0 cents after only a few months. There are still cases going on with CC and Ripple. So I believe that a lot of financial assets will start to appear on chain right away. Remember that there are 1,400 smart contracts. XRP will grow in a way that hasn't been seen in years with the EVM sidechain. In other words, this is good news for everyone who owns XRP. I had to bring this up anyway. I think that Dave Portnoy